Okay, we're live. Let's get moving. Get in here. We got stuff to do. If you're watching on YouTube, scrub forward until you see stuff start happening, as always. Setting up my other computer. It's quiet in the beginning, but we'll get going here shortly. Hey, CB. Your company sounds like my company, CB. 5 days of being constantly busy is absolutely exhausting. Even though you're having a great time, it's freaking exhausting. It really is. But I'd do it all again, but give me a couple weeks to catch up. It's so quiet here now. But that's okay. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel, CB. Hi, Dee Dee. How was Chick-fil-A? Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Joan. We didn't really do much. I mean, we went over to my brother's one day so we could, you know, shoot guns and eat like pigs. Hi, other Joan. It was yummy. I'll bet. But I got pizza for tonight, Dee Dee, so I'm good to go. And plenty of ice cream. I have to say, Courtney really liked the coffee ice cream. Hi, Linda. Hey, Judy. So, yeah, everything's back to normal pretty much. Still have way too much food in the refrigerator. Because I bought everything. I made sure everything, anything anybody wanted was here. So we weren't running out to the store. So I still have way too much food, but I'm ready for some junk. Careful on the ice cream. I know, Dee Dee. But Dee Dee, I will say, I've been really good. I was thinking just a little while ago when I went in to take my medicine, I was like, man, I haven't had anything that really set me off for over a week. Hi, Terry. So I'll have just a little bit. Dairy products make my head go crazy, but yeah. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, right? That was not a happy face, Judy. Okay, today I'm going to show you guys, actually Tina sent a video how to make these little hats. So I thought, she said maybe we could share it on stream. So I thought, okay, I'll do that. So I'm going to show you how to make these little hats. They are really, really cute and they're really, really easy. So I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to show you a cool life hack I saw. I don't know who needs to see it because none of us have little kids around. Hi, Diana. But I just saw it and I thought, well, since I had the baby wipes package that was almost empty, I thought I'll show you a cool life hack. Hi, Barbara. And then I'm going to draw and set up the beast for December because Dee Dee suggested it, and I think she's the smartest person I know, other than me, of course. Hi, Darlene. So, yeah, hit the thumbs up if you want to. So, that's what we're going to do. I'll just give it another couple minutes. But, yeah, it was fun. I have not finished the page that Courtney started last week. I've still got to get in and get the picture of Jamie printed out, but I'll do that. Maybe sometime this week, and maybe not till the next week. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. And that's a good place to be. Reach a point in life where you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And I'm there. So, yeah. So, anyway, all right, we waited 5 minutes. If they're not here yet, whatever. I'll do this little guy first. I did 3 of them the day I watched the video I had to go down in the basement in the storeroom. Oops, I just dropped the red one. I had to go down in the storeroom and dig out yarn because I don't have yarn around every day. So I did all the Christmas colors. And I'm going to show you guys. And I hope I do it as good as the lady who whose video I watched. But she started out and she said to use a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll. And then she just cut it, I think she said in about 1 centimeter. And I would imagine that's about the size I did. And then she put tape around hers. I didn't. Because I made one her size. And I thought, well, does the UK have bigger or smaller toilet paper rolls? Because I thought, well, that's really big. So I cut mine down and then like that and made it smaller because I wanted smaller hats. So I just used tape. Well, Judy, you just make hats for each of your toes. And you could size them however you want by doing this. I just did this. Just taped it smaller so I could have a smaller cap. Because it just felt too big. The way she had done it. So I just did that. So you start out and really there's nothing. If you have calling Denise. Yeah, she'll come back and you'll have 50 toilet paper rolls again. But I tell you, company uses a lot of toilet paper. So start out with either paper towel or toilet paper roll. Cut it into, she said, about 1 centimeter widths. Okay? And that's going to make the little band of the cap for you. Then, because I generally just use what I have around, she used a little journal to get the length of the yarns, but I just used my Sonic cup. So, and she said she wrapped it about 30 times. I didn't count. I just used my Sonic cup, and you can see how much iced coffee I have left, and wrapped it around a few times like this. Don't spill your coffee while you're doing this. Just wrap it around a few times. Put your coffee down. And you didn't get anything else out, which is always a good thing. And then just cut it. And then I'll measure these, but I think they're about 8 to 9 inches long. Okay, these turned out to be about 8 inches long. I think they're going to be plenty long enough. I don't know. But then take your toilet paper roll, and I started one just so I could finish it and show you all the steps. And I have some leftover yarns from before. So I don't know. I think she said she wrapped her journal about 30 times, which I can't believe would work. But yeah. Because she was using a bigger toilet paper roll. Now you're going to see fumble fingers here. And all you have to do is like a slip knot through the toilet paper roll. Check it out. And I always went the same way so that all my slip knots ended up the same. Right? But she was saying some of the different things you could use them for were like, you could put it on a pine cone and make a hat for a pine cone, make a little pine cone gnome, or if you're giving a bottle of wine for Christmas, put it on the bottle of wine. But she made a little garland. She used a piece of yarn to go through the, I just made little hangers on mine so you could put them on a Christmas tree or whatever. Just go around the whole band like this. I wish you could do 5 at a time. I'm not really good at this mundane stuff like this. I suppose if I was watching TV or something, it would be painless. But when you want something to happen fast, it never does, right? So Judy's going to turn hers into little toe hats. I think that's a fun idea. Especially if you had socks that had the toes in them. That would be really good. Paint little faces on them. Hey Rachel, I wondered if you were coming today to see how to make these hats, because I'm sure you're going to sit around and make a bunch of them. This won't take very long. I'm almost done. Aren't you glad I started early? They are cute, though. I have to say they're cute. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I'll probably hang them off my garland. I have garland around the stairs, the banisters. I have a set of stairs that go downstairs and one that goes upstairs. So I just put garland with white lights on it, and it's really pretty at night. So I'll probably just hang them on there. Hi, Dorothy. Kimberly, B, anybody I missed coming in? See, I'm getting really close here. I'm glad I cut those other yarns. Looks like I might need them. And I'm not going to count how many there are, so just you can figure it out, because you're probably not as smart as Dee Dee, of course, but you're all fairly smart women. Must be the trail of toilet paper Janet left. So it's simple, simple, simple. I think putting them on top of wine bottles would be really cute. But I sent all my wine. Do you guys accumulate wine bottles? Like people who come for dinner and stuff bring a bottle of wine. And I'm not a wine drinker because it gives me a terrible headache. So I know they say a glass a day is good for you, but I just can't do it. So I sent all my bottles of wine home with Jamie and Jill. Yeah, so I have actual room in the liquor cabinet now. Probably have to start storing craft supplies or art supplies in there. Okay, the last couple, when the roll is getting kind of thick, are a little annoying, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to shove one more on there. Is Rachel not feeling well? Spending the day in the potty? That's not good. I think if I had to eat turkey one more day, I would too. Do you guys get just tired of the leftovers? I get really, I'm like, when I'm done, I'm done. And yesterday I was done with leftovers. Completely done. But Jamie did make pheasant stew while he was here, and dang, was that good. All right, this one I got to tighten. Where did the other yarn go? All right, there we go. Now, it's all real even and well packed. Can you see that? All right, now the thing the woman said was really important. You take all these yarn ends and you have to push them back through. So, and I'm not sure why that's important, but she said it was, so it must be. I'm taking her word for it, right? And then get them all. Okay. And I'm going to pull those knots, the slip knots, kind of underneath so you can't see them. So it just looks like a wrapped band. There we go. And then I can't remember if she did it, if she put the cotton ball in next or not. But I'm going to go ahead and shove the cotton ball in right now. So you need a cotton ball. Kimberly, Aren't you shocked and happy to see this? I think one will do it. So she shoved a little cotton ball up there like that. And then take a strand of the red yarn, and you probably, I'm going to cut it a little bit longer so that I have plenty to do the hanger, right? Yeah, this is really outside of what I would normally do, but I try and get them all real straight, which I'm sure surprises you guys. After I straighten them all, then I stick my finger in them. Okay. God, blonde hair in there. What the hell? What the hell? That was a blonde one, not a gray one. So. Hey, Rebecca. Anybody else I missed coming in? All right. God, I hope this works. And then tie yourself a knot and make a cute little cap. Look at that. It worked just perfect. I love when a plan comes together. God, what is that? All right, ready? Tie it tight. Okay. Then I'll hang those down there. And then I'm sure most of you, because you're all crafty, have cut a little pom-pom. Just like giving a little haircut. Look at how cute he is. Shove your cotton ball back up there, straighten it. And there you go. You guys can do that, right? Hi, Brenda. And then try and capture this stuff and get it in the trash really fast, because if you don't, it will end up all over your house. And you can't have that. Okay. Tie a knot or a bow or whatever up here on your little hanger. And you're done. There you go. A little ski cap or beanie cap or whatever you call it. And you can't see the cotton ball, but it does give it some little puffiness. So there you go. Rachel, go to the corner. You're going early today. So there's all the little caps. You can make them bigger, littler. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to trim this up. Yeah, some of them are a little longer, Rachel. You can come out of the corner. Just mess with the puff ball until it's cute like you like it. Yeah. So don't say I never taught you anything, okay? Now I'm going to teach you something else that's really, really cute. All right, we can put this stuff away. This has been sitting out for like 2 weeks. I'm going to be so happy to get that put away, because that's the last one I'm going to make. Just saying. They are pretty cute, right? All right, and then this is a life hack that you guys can use if you have little kids or grandkids or whatever. I just saw it and thought, well, now, who dreamed that up? People are so freaking inventive. They always kill me. But I have and I don't know because I haven't tried it. But this is a empty package of baby wipes, or it's got 1 or 2 left, but they're dry, so I'm done screwing with them. Now watch this brand. Oh, it took the glue off with it. but you could glue it or do whatever. It took part of the glue off. So keep this part of your baby wipe, right? And then I had an extra new one of these, so I just went and got it out. Check it out. You guys are going to just freak out when you see this. If you got little babies or grandkids or whatever, look at this. I'll open it. Check it out. And this would naturally be white or something, right? Or you'd have to alter this color, right? But look at, it's a perfect cover for your faceplate so your kids don't stick stuff in there and kill themselves. Now, if you want your kids to stick stuff in there and kill themselves, you wouldn't do this, right? But that is an awesome life hack, I think. You know? You don't have to buy nothing. Yeah, let's teach the kids to take off plug covers. Dee Dee, you and Rachel need to get both of your asses over to the corner because I'm trying to make your life better. And then you just open it, and actually it left enough glue on there that it's stuck on there. I just thought that was like life hack, perfection, and no money. Both of those projects that I just showed you should cost no money. You're welcome. Life hack 101. I won't be doing it because if my kids stick stuff in there, I just figure it's a lesson well learned. And look at Judy. Judy's enabling these people. Make a frame out of it. Well, you could do that too. If you have to hide stuff, you could hide passwords in there. I'd say hide a doobie in there, except the drug dogs would sniff it out. All right, that's all the learning you're going to do here today. But you're welcome. So I thought today I'm going to, because it dawned on me while I was talking to Dee Dee a little while ago, yeah, tomorrow is the last day of November, and I don't have the beast set up. So I'm going to set up the beast for you guys. Oh, and that's a zine idea that I got to keep, because I think I've got some really funny crap for that. These are notes that I've got to put in the beast coming up, so I'll just set that aside with that. These are ideas for the comp book that I haven't started yet. All right, so I actually do have a cheat sheet of all the measurements for the beast. So this sheet of paper has been floating around for probably 4 years, I'm guessing. Hi, Teresa. So this is how I start the beast. Every month, okay, let me start at the beginning to show you guys, because if you're going to start something for the new year coming up, look at that CBs. Yeah, I always go in a couple of pages, and then I do like a year at a glance, and I write down everybody's birthday or things that I want to remember for that year, right, with the holidays and all this stuff. So that takes 2 pages up front. And then I usually have like, and I do have like a weekly schedule, but I don't have it written down. It's in my head. But I'm going to have to write it down because I'm forgetting stuff, which is not good. But anyway, I leave an extra page just for whatever, and then I start. And then I do a month at a glance for that month. And then I put birthdays in there, holidays, whatever, days I want to remember, doctor's appointments, and then a section for each day. This year, I've been just doing, like I did Zentangles for a lot of months. I glue stuff in here. Like on this day, Terry Estep passed away. I do try and write down what I did on my stream every day. Yeah, just whatever you would keep in your calendar. All right, May 20th. Here we go, Rachel. This is how you add stuff in here. All right, on May, and don't, okay, here's a rule. Y'all cannot make fun of me. Where is my pen that I love? There's my favorite pen. Here's my writing. All right, so April, May, I do a little asterisk. And because it must be neat and tidy, it was the 20th, right? Rachel, in the corner, birthday. All right, anybody else? It's in there now, Rachel. And I think I had a note on one of those, February 17th, because I'm going to try and remember. February 17th is Zippy's birthday. So we'll put Zippy in here. So that's how easy it is to add stuff. Because next year when I go to set up my new one, yeah, I'll just still use these same calendars. Well, I'll make new ones, obviously, for the new month. But this is my master list of stuff. Right? Let's see, February 4th, Dee Dee's birthday. So if you want your name in there, you better tell me now. And then you guys have seen me do like little drawings and paintings in there. January 21st is Teresa. Just because you're in here doesn't... Pamela, November 14th is your birthday? That's my birthday. So happy birthday, twin, man. There's so many Teresas, though. I'll have to write down which one. Okay, and when the book is so thick, like the Beast, you might have to put something under there to make it easier for you to write. Because that's not very, oh my God, look at all the birthdays. Oh, sure. Pamela got born the same day. Just call you Spitfire? Okay, Spitfire. I'll come back and write everybody in after stream. Because at the very least, if I see you around streams, I can say happy birthday. February 16th, you're almost with Zippy. But see, that's how easy it is to keep it updated. And date. Yeah, you won't get a card and you won't get a present. Hi, Sherry. You actually go by Tilly. Okay, well, that's good to know. So let's do December. Okay, Rachel, this is the ruler that I lost. And I've just organized your birthday get-together. Well, good for you, Dorothy. I found it. It was where it should have been all the time. I guess I was just overlooking it. Hi, Lisa. I'm going to come back and get everybody's birthday later, so you guys don't have to watch that forever. But I will come back and read the chat. The reason I like this ruler, now every ruler has its own advantages and disadvantages. This one I liked because it's plastic, but Dee Dee sent it to me. And it had rounded corners, but it came in like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch. So I cut it off perfectly straight. So when I use it in the Beast, it butts right up to the spine of the book. So my lines come out perfect every time. So that's why this ruler is so valuable. Because other rulers, I mean, like I have this one, but I didn't like this one. I like this one. You weren't born, you were hatched. You ordered the Christmas food. Well, Dorothy, you are right on top of everything, aren't you? All right, so I used the cheat sheet for the month. Because I did all the math and figured it all out ages and ages ago. And then the down lines are on this side. So I don't have to recreate what I'm doing every time. It's all done. Brilliant, right? What kind of notebook is this? This is a McGill Ruiz. MIQUEL RIUS, and it's kind of like a fake leatherette cover, soft cover, but the thing I like best about it is the grid paper. The grid paper is a perfect size. Weeping for the recovery of the lost ruler. I know, right? And I can't remember, I think there's 300 sheets in here, and so it ends up being the Beast for 2 years. Right, right. So this is, I hope it's not boring for you guys, but we're doing the Beast. Because it needed to get done, and Dee Dee said, well, just set it up. They'll enjoy that. But you can do really anything you want. I happen to like this setup. It works well for me. I used a day planner for years and years, and I love the day planner. See how good that ruler works? But I used a day planner, and for when I worked, it was great. But after I quit working, it just didn't work for me anymore. Even though I loved it, and I love my old-fashioned day planner, it just didn't work for me in play life. This is not real life. This is play life. Pretend life. Okay, and I do the same number of weeks regardless. Like, you know, some months have 5 weeks. I still do it. I just cut the days of the last week in half. Because that would mean more math. Do you thin the pages out of the Beast? Mine turns out with a hippo mouth. I do not, Kat, but I have to say I'm really careful about how much I glue in. I use stickers periodically, and by the end of the second year, it's pretty chunky. But I'm kind of careful about how much stuff I actually glue in here. I really am. And I like the checkerboard patterns on each page. That is a little bit labor intensive, but here for the next 2 or 3 nights while I'm watching TV or just sitting around, I'll just draw those checkerboards in, but I'll show you what I do to make it go really fast. I'll have to go get the tool that I use, but yeah. Oops. When you goof up like that, you don't worry about it, you just go on. I'll fix it and then I'll go on. There is nothing wrong with straight lines. Dee Dee, you ought to try it sometime. And I like this pen because it's got a nice thin nib. You need a flip through? Okay, we'll do a flip through. Started in January 2021. We'll just flip real quick. And I think at this point I was putting out lists for Zentangles every day. So I just did the Zentangle that I did that was on the list for that month. And we were doing the scavenger hunt at this time, and I'm still going to do the scavenger hunt this year. And I wrote down I found a refrigerator leak. God, do you guys remember that? How could that be almost a year ago? Yeah, so I ended up canceling the stream for that Monday because my refrigerator was leaking. The ice thing for it. But no worries, Mr. Robert got it fixed up because he's good that way. So, yeah. I did scavenger hunt pages. There's a sticker. Do your thing. Do your thing. It's what you want to do. So yeah, sometimes I use stickers. Sometimes I draw. There's a little cat I drew. I don't know why I drew the cat in there. A well-spent day brings happy sleep. I drew Calvin and Hobbes. This was one of the scavenger hunt things that I did. I love Calvin and Hobbes. That was no stream, had a doctor's appointment. So yeah, it's all pretty much, I try things in here. Toward the back, now I don't know if I've done it in this one because I have extra pages that I've kept. I try and do an ink sample page, a pen test in the back, but I have an extra one from previous beasts that I just tore out and moved forward. But I do try and pick out pens that bleed. Oh, here I wrote that I bought a McDonald's Karma Mocha and I really liked it, but that's not what I get every day. My pillow order came. Journaling by 5 with Dee Dee and Amy. And my Copic multi-liner came. Oh, I love those pens so much. So yeah, I was doing Zentangle in here a lot at the beginning of the year. Sometimes I use stamps. I can't remember who sent this, but I did love that paper. So just whatever comes across my life is what gets slapped in here. Yeah, I like the tangles. I do. And then I write myself little notes in here. Okay, that was the stream where we did the scavenger hunt winner, and it was Mindy. Postage stamps that I like. I forgot about that washi tape. I gotta get that out and use that. I ordered that. I gotta use that. I gotta find it. And this month, for whatever reason, I was sticking a lot of stuff in. You know, one thing about having a beast, if I want to remember something, this is where I do it. If I don't know what to do, I always go to the beast. There's always something you can do in the beast. You can draw, you can use your washi, you can put stickers in, you can watercolor. The paper is just really 20-pound paper. So it's not like it's going to take water real well. But I have to say, like the crinkly pages, like this one, just the sound of the crinkle. You like that, Rachel? You like it? And this month, I think I was going to start doing some sort of watercolor in it, or try every day. We'll see how good I did. I got 11 days in. Well, better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, when you just don't know what to do, you want to do something, there's a watercolor drawing that I've drawn, but I haven't actually watercolored. So when I come back to that, I could always go back and do that. And sometimes I make, I'll try and find one as I go through. I make emoji comments to myself about whether or not I like the Zentangle. I finally lost my mind. Don't bother to return it. It wasn't working properly anyway. Okay, here I did a watercolor. June, I must not have done a Zentangle list. I might have been getting a little burnout. And this is a stencil. So you can, I test my products in here. I use pretty much, I try and use different products to see how they work. That's acrylic paint. I must have gotten some, I don't know. Here's a little magnet that doesn't work well. I like Minions. There's 4th of July. I'd really decorated for 4th of July because I really like it. Who I sent Happy Mail dangles, and I usually write when I go to the post office, so if something goes missing, I know how many days it's been missing. So yeah, I recommend everybody have a beast. This was just a watercolor I did. I don't know why. I think I found a random puzzle piece. There are no rules. Yeah, there really are no rules for the beast. And I used to put a lot more stuff in here, like what housework I did and stuff like that. Well, now I can walk around the house and say, well, you didn't do that, or you didn't do that. So this was just a drawing I did and a watercolor. But I love the way it turned out. And some days, like look, July, I must have been really busy in July because there's nothing in July. That doesn't bother me. If you guys send me packages and it has washi tape I like, I usually stick it in here. And that's when I started the faux postage stream. And then here's a commentary I did. I used the mouse, that's a monkey. That is really a monkey. And the monkey's saying, oh, I like this one because I like that Zentangle a lot. Robert went to the doctor and had really good blood numbers. So, yeah. And I do try and write that down so that when I can go back and say that he had high potassium or low, you know, whatever. There's when I got the Prima watercolor pencils. Wonder where they are. I know right from wrong. Wrong is the fun one. I didn't mean to push all your buttons. I was looking for the mute. So yeah, I do everything in here. Random stickers, washi, whatever. And then I must have gone back. I think Devin asked for a Zentangle list again. It's a beautiful day to leave me alone. So sometimes I just do it like a small page in there. That's actually a napkin, and that's a stencil that I have for lettering. And it bled through. Normally that would really bug me. In the Beast, it doesn't bug me. And then I went to Branson and met Julie. So that was a fun couple of days. I did this on stream, I think. Dee Dee's back. I did write that down. Dee Dee's back. Eddie and Kelly came to visit. junk I ate because we try and eat healthy around here. Nikki was here for a couple days. Here's another just page I did. Every day is ordinary until it isn't. Now, what'll happen to the beast ultimately? I don't know, and I don't care. And I made a space for something, but I guess I forgot what I was going to write in there. Oh well. Robert wrote me a note. Going to get diesel and ice. He wrote it on a napkin, so I just mushed it in here with Yes paste or whatever that stuff is. Going to get diesel and ice. Coffee may take a little longer. That was important to know on October 28th. Let's go, Brandon. He's the cutest monkey ever. And then this month, November, is when I started taking a sticker out of the antiquarian or whatever and trying to replicate it. And I have to say, this has been one of my favorite projects, doing the stickers and replicating them, because I gave myself a time limit where I have to draw it quickly. I can't spend too much time, like 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes to get this sketch done. Then I ink it, and then I've been really trying to use different products every time. Like this was the new watercolor I just gotten, the Pagos watercolor. I didn't write it down this day. This one was Neo 2's, and I'm trying to replicate the colors, but Robert is the best, Barbara. But the problem is, like, depending on what products I choose, and I try and choose products that I don't use on a regular basis. So I may or may not have the color that this is. This is Dee Dee gave me this one, and her head's too big. But I draw them quickly, color them in, and then kind of grade myself about what I did good, what I did bad. So far, I think the turtle is still my favorite. I think my sketch was good, the color's good, and I used the White Night watercolors on this, on the turtle. This was Polychromos, which I have a set, but I don't use them often. This I did Prismacolors. Eddie and Robert went flying that day. I like the fish too. That's Polychromos. This was Polychromo and Prismacolors, and I like him a lot. Flower was okay, not great, not bad. So I try and grade myself. I forgot to write down. This was where I tested out the Arteza brush pens that Dee Dee sent me for my birthday. Love them. I got inspired to try this idea. I did not do time. Yeah, see, I think you can set up those challenges for yourself, whatever way works for you. I did the time limit because I can get really mired in minutia. That's the best way to say it. So this was a challenge for me to get it done quickly. Now, if I wanted them better, I could stop and do that. But this was really get it done quickly. These I love. I think they came out good. This was my birthday celebration. I don't know how many balloons there are, but I'm sure there's not enough for my birthday. I like the dog. This was Neocolor too. This was Prismacolor. I don't know what this was, but it was colored pencil. I didn't watercolor that. So probably Polychromo, because I've been trying to make myself use them more. I like this dice that I drew. I do not like this one. The hand is okay. And for whatever reason, I didn't write down the products that I use. So I'm guessing that they're all colored pencil. This was Neocolor too. This one is, it's so simple, and it's probably my worst drawing. This Courtney picked out for me. Now this one I couldn't do in 10 minutes, and I actually used Crayola, so I couldn't replicate the colors because I think I have, I don't know, I have a small set of Crayola, but I made myself use Crayola on this one. I did fairly good on the eye. I just gave her too much under, but who cares? That was, I used Prima watercolors on that, and I used Prima watercolors on this. This one, I like the drawing. I don't like the watercolor. And then these I just did quickly over the weekend because I got behind. The wonky dice are wonderful. I don't know, man, those angles. This was hard because one of the things I do when I draw, and I think I've told you guys this before, but I try and imagine, say with this, I would imagine a circle with lines center either way. And then I try and determine the angle based on, 90 degrees, 45 degrees, whatever. For whatever reason, like my brain was so resistant to getting these angles, and I got down here at the bottom and it was like, oh my God, you're so far off, just get it done, just get it done. So yeah, impressionistic, exactly. So this is where we're at. This is today, and I'm going to go ahead and set up December, but this will be my drawing for today. I picked it out my own self. Way too much math. Well, Rachel, if you do that commonly when you draw, your brain just kind of does it. Like, I don't have to do the math. I can just look at the angle and say, oh, that's about 45 degrees, or that's between, 45, that's about 27. Jen, I got these at Barnes & Noble. I don't know if they carry them anymore, but I got on the Barnes & Noble website a few months ago, and they actually had them on sale, and they're really cheap. They're $10. So you can't hardly beat that, right? So go on the Barnes & Noble. Now, they have them in red cover, blue, and black. The red and the blue are just lined. The black is the only one I think that has the grid paper. If I ever can't get them, I'm going to be so bummed out. I have an extra one right now. I had a couple extras because I bought them when they were on sale, but I sent them to Fibs because I'm nice that way. But I might kick myself in the ass later and just say, why did you do that? Nah, I'll find another journal if I can't get this one. But I have to say, I do like this one. If I could make a change to it, the only thing I would change, but if they did a little bit thicker paper, then you couldn't have as many pages, right? It would get, this one at times, when you're at the very front and the very back, it gets a little unwieldy to draw or write in, especially with a lettering guide. But you work around it, or I do, because I love it that much. And this does not prevent me from working in other journals. This is just my daily, it's just an old friend to hang out with. That's really how I treat the beast. There's a red one available on Amazon. Yeah, the red one is going to be lined paper. It's not going to be the grid paper. I have one of those, and I don't like it as well. I like the grid. So that's how long it takes to set up the month. So it doesn't take long, you guys. And then I go back here to the front to December, because I've already, I could look it up on my phone too, but the 1st of December starts on a Wednesday. So then I just take, oh, wait a minute. There's two things I got to go get. Teresa, I'll set you up with a lettering guide. Hang on just a second. I'll show you how to make one. hang on, I'm looking for something else. All right, you nutters. I had to go get my 2 favorite lettering guides. Hi, Miss Mary Berry, and anybody else I missed coming in. All right, before I move on from here, since Teresa can't find a lettering guide, when you buy almost anything now, it comes in this thick acetate packaging. So take your thick acetate packaging, just cut out a hunk of it, and you can square it up if you want. Get a Sharpie, or my favorite one, Microperm, writes on anything. Get your ruler. All right, this one is really kind of long. I wouldn't want a lettering guide this long, so I'm going to cut this one in half. And I don't know if it's square yet, but I'll find out in just a minute. But I scavenged that that acetate like crazy, because you can cut stencils out of it, you can cut lettering guides out of it. It's just good junk to have around. Oh God, I was going to say my X-Acto was missing, and I thought, oh God, when company was here, they probably used it, and that would wreck my whole day. So this blade is obviously really dull, but just use an X-Acto. Press down on your ruler, okay? So there's a blank lettering guide. So then I would just take my ruler, and my first, I'll come down about a ½ inch. My first size is always an 1/8 of an inch, and then I leave at least a 1/4 inch. I'm going to do 3/8 on this, and then I do a 3/16 inch opening. Leave 3/8, then a 1/4 inch. Let's see, that's the opening, okay. And then a 1/4 inch. And just use up, add a 1/16 every time. So on this one it'll end up being, let's see, that was 2, 4, 5, 16, so this is 6. And that's a pretty big lettering right there. Did I start 3/8 from the top on this one? Just double, nope, started half down. So it doesn't get any easier than that, boys and girls. And if your pen writes, it's really a bonus. Okay. See how rulers are just awesome. So that one was, yep. So then after you get your measurements, just start cutting it out. Measure in where you want you stop your cuts. I'll do a ½ inch on each side. And the reason I try and leave more around the edges is so it's more substantial, right? This one actually, maybe I planned it that way, but this one actually, I'm surprised, is pretty square. And to cut, I'm not going to cut it this time. You've kind of seen how I lay it out. But yeah, just line up your marks and do your cuts. But I'm going to get a new X-Acto before I finish this one. You might have to go over it a few times. You'll feel when it goes through. Rulers are just awesome. They are. They're the best things that you can have in your life. They keep things straight and orderly all the time. And going smaller than 1/8 of an inch doesn't really make much sense because most pens aren't going to write in it anyway. And I didn't cut all the way through, but that's essentially how you do it. And then so you don't lose it all the time, which I lose mine all the time because I carry it around from room to room, and yeah. But you get the idea. Then I put washi tape around the edges. Can you guys do that? I am going to give this one away. I'll finish it later, but I will be giving this one away. So in the end, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 openings for different lettering sizes. I am going to give it away, Rachel, and it can go anywhere in the world because it will fit in an envelope. But I'm not going to spend the time to do it. But if you want to make your own, that's how you can do it. And again, just like everything today, it's junk you have around your house. It's not like you have to go out and buy something. But the nice thing about being able to make them for yourself is you can have them in a gazillion sizes, which I do. So there you go. Even Alabama, right? So I will finish that. Do you want to do it right now so I don't forget? Dee Dee? How are you making comments from the corner? That's what I want to know. Let's do it now. You know what? In fact, I'll make 2. Since I cut that in half, I will make 2. So 2 people will win, but they'll be identical. Okay? Dee Dee and CB, are you up for a giveaway? We're going to use Dee Dee's rules. It's one number only, between 1 and 100. After I type go, it's the first person that does not go over. Okay? The people will, is that what I said? The measurements will be identical. Rachel, you and Dee Dee, whatever. All right. So let me get random.org pulled up on my phone. I got to wake up my phone first. You love playing? Cool. I like giving stuff away. I'm just not as good about it as Dee Dee. Dee Dee's really good about it. But she like goes to the post office every Tuesday. Yeah, that's a lot to ask of me, I think. Random dot. Come on. Come on, come on. They called your big box the garage, Linda. What? All right, I got random.org. So you guys know the rules, same as Dee Dee. One number only after I type go. First one closest without going over. Are we ready to do this? Get your numbers on, ladies. On your mark, Get set. Go, go, go. All right, and I gotta act like Dee Dee and get out a post-it note. And we'll write 1. Now we're going to see the people who won't use a lettering guide. Dee Dee, where's your number? All right, looks like people have stopped putting numbers in now. I know there's a lag, so. All right. Here we go. 1 to 100, generate. Number is 78. Whoever came closest without going over to 78. Look at Judy. Well, no, we'll do 2 drawings. Okay, looks like. Is Lena in here? There's Lena. It's Judy. See if those 2 mods agree with me. But I think it's Judy. All right. We'll do another one for the second number. I'll pick a new number. So here we go for the second one. All right, put in your second number now. You had to jump from the living room. Sharon Lombard, I didn't say hi to her. God, there's a bunch of people I didn't say hi to. I suck, I'm sorry. Hi, Bishop. That's pretty much all I can say is I suck. But I will get these finished cutting out and send them off to you guys. Hopefully this week sometime. If you give me your address. You have to give me the address. All right, is that all the numbers? That's all the numbers, all right? Ready? I'm gonna generate. Go. 74. Let's go back and see. I think it's Sharon Lombard with 66. You guys tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm right. Two older fibs. Sharon with 66. Okay, so that's it. I'll get those cut and out to you guys. I'll leave them right here on top so I don't forget. Done deal. Congratulations, you guys. That was a little impromptu giveaway, but I will get them out to you. And you'll have cool lettering guides. So I expect to see very neat, nice handwriting in your journals now. There's no excuse not to. All right, let's go back to the beast. That was a big old fat boy rabbit trail, wasn't it? Did you like the little red hat? Hang on, I'm writing myself a little note here. So I just remembered something I don't want to forget. Lena, you can make the little hats out of toilet paper rolls, because if you like Dee Dee, you have thousands. that you've hoarded. All right, and then on subsequent pages, on the other side, I have the daily pages. So, but this year, well, actually, I did it a little different this year, so I can just look at this side. Make some for the tree. Well, I think for people who have, you know, not little tiny kids, but kids who like to craft, that would be a really easy, fun little project. Oh, and I should show you guys. I mentioned to Dee Dee, when Jamie was here, he took the fishing boat home with him. So I was down looking for the titles so I could sign everything over to him and stuff. And look at what I found. This is so cute. I'm sure I put it right here. Yeah. Look at what I found when I was looking for the title. And it's Courtney Young when she was in first grade, the way she wrote with her little hand. She put her hand over it now, and she's got bigger hands than me. But she put her hand over it and went, holy cow. But isn't that cute? I am such a hoarder. But I was happy to find that. I have folders in the file cabinet with all the kids' art that they've sent me over the years. If I was Dee Dee, I would put it in a scrapbook. But I'm just not a scrapbook person. But I like the journals or the December daily that she's putting together. I love stuff like that, and I love like people who can do that. But I just don't. Now I don't do the bottom till the very end because I turn the book upside down. This is just more expedient. So, and there's 4 days per spread. So I'll end up having to come back and count 3 or 4 times because, yeah. And the beast usually doesn't take this long, but because I've been doing rabbit trails, it probably seems like it's taken a lot longer than it does. I spend less than an hour doing the beast every month. But I have to say, it's something I enjoy doing. Well, one, because I get to use cool tools. And it's just like, I like the idea of setting up the upcoming month. I'm not a hoarder. Well, about some things I am. If I'm going to be a hoarder about anything, it would be sentimental things. It really would be. But about other things, no, I'm not a hoarder. And I'm getting less of a hoarder as I get older. Bye, Darlene. Have a great day. You like the family streams? I like the family streams too. Okay, now here's a note I hate to come across. Ugh. Put a note in the beast. Pay quarterly taxes. Ugh. That's the worst note to come across. And the January one really stinks because I've just paid property taxes. I hate the government. Why do I have to pay them taxes on everything I own forever? The rest of my miserable life. It pisses me off. Don't get me going on that stuff. And stuff like that, like quarterly taxes, even though I have the little statements to send in, that's something I would definitely probably forget. So the beast keeps me from ending up in tax jail. And if you only wanted to do like one beast per year, you just wouldn't have to cut up the pages. Just use the pages. Right, Barbara? Slackers. You're all a bunch of slackers. How many of you guys do something like this? Keep a book for just your daily life. I've never been a person who kept a diary as such, like writing down all my heartfelt crap, which I probably never had any of that anyway. But I like the idea, you know what I mean? And when I was young, like, I got diaries for Christmas and stuff like that, and for the first 2 or 3 days, I would be so good about writing in them, and then after about January 5th, it's like, I can't do this. But I know that there are some people who love to sit down and, like, do brain dumps and reminisce and write about their life. I don't think there was ever a time in my life. Well, now I take that back. When Jim was sick and we were rehabbing, and his diet was important and stuff like that, I did keep like a diary where I kept his blood pressure, what he ate, what rehab we did that day. I did write all that down because the doctor would ask for stuff like that. Is, you know, did you rehab every day? Blah, blah, blah. So I did keep track of stuff then, but I think it's the only time in my life where I ever really have. I suppose if I had a health issue, I might write down, you know, where I had to keep track of a sugar number or something like that. But now all the meters do it for you, so you don't even have to write it down. Back in the good old days, we had to write stuff down. We didn't have electronic devices that managed our lives for us. I like the good old days. Your life is boring. If I only had a heart, for real. I write random half sentence so over my art randomly. Okay, see, Rebecca, that's how I do. You know, like if something important happens today, I might write it down. But for the most part, yeah, my days would be much the same. Ate garbage for breakfast, drank iced coffee. Ate garbage for lunch, drank iced coffee. All over my art, I mean, usually an emotional moment going down in my home. You don't find time. Now, see, Rachel, that to me is interesting that you have your mother's journals. I would like to hear, not my mother's entire life, because her book would be full of, had to beat Janet today. Don spent the entire day in his room, you know, like, it probably would have been everything about us kids. But I wish my mother had kept a diary that I could go back and read. And my kids would read, threw Coky's coat out in the backyard again. Wish that little creep would learn to clean up after himself, or something like that, you know. Now, I do write down deaths, but only momentarily, until I can get them into the family file. Because I keep all that online. Yeah, Dee Dee, I know you said that you tried one year and you just couldn't do the daily thing. But see, with the beast, I don't feel compelled to do something. If I don't work in it, there's always tomorrow. I'm seeing where I'm at for days. I can count by fours. I'm really good that way. Isn't that true, Rachel? And we have all the modern conveniences. That's another thing is, like, I think about women who cooked 3 meals for their family, did the laundry, and they probably didn't have all the extra super duper equipment we have today, washers, dryers, microwaves. God, if I didn't have a microwave, if I had to do stuff on the stove or over an open fire, that's it. My whole family's starving. We're done. Earworms. So it's not hard to, let's see, I think this is 28. And there's 31 days in December that we all know, and Mary is arranging the New Year's Eve Streamathon, and I did sign up, so I'll be doing my normal time, the midnight hour in the Central Time Zone, but I'm not sure what time I go on. You don't have a microwave, Bee? How? How can you not have a microwave? Oh my God. I would be so lost without the microwave. And a toaster. If I didn't have a toaster, oh, I couldn't get up in the morning. And it's ridiculous what a bunch of wimps we are. Okay, I'm getting toward the end of the month, so I do it different. If there was 30 days, I would stop on this page, and then this would be a blank page where I could art or keep notes or whatever. But there's 31 days, so I know I'll end up having to use that, the top half. So I end it here with just the checkerboard line. All right, and as I do every Christmas or every December, I always use red because to me the only color you can use for December is red for Christmas, right? Oops. When we moved it 10 years ago, my husband said he wasn't moving the one that was over my stove. Well, you can walk in and get one that sits on your counter. And they're not hard to install. Do you miss it, Bee? Just curious. Air fryers and Instapot, you get used to it. Okay, see, I guess that's true of everything. You can get used to virtually anything. But I'm shocked at how many days I stick something either to reheat my coffee or like with leftovers. Oh my gosh, how could you eat leftovers without a microwave? Or cooking certain things is just easier and sometimes better in the microwave. Like I like some vegetables cooked in the microwave better than on the stove. And said he wasn't buying another one. Yeah, he'd probably have to move. I can just hear Robert telling me I'm not getting a microwave. I'd be like, I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. Instant, it is a plastic ruler. You live in a double-decker shoebox? Okay, well, see, I don't know. I guess everybody has their own thing, you know. I would figure it out. I'd get rid of the cereal shelf or something. Some things you just can't live without. What else couldn't I live without? A toaster. Absolutely. I could not live without a toaster. And you guys know that I'm on this Made in America kick where I'm really searching out and finding products made in America. That is a prerequisite. Hi, Kathy Arbor. So I ended up paying like way, way more for the toaster than I could have. I could have bought a made in China one, but I searched and found one that was mostly made in America. You guys, it is the best freaking toaster I've ever had in my life. Toast comes out perfect every time, from edge to edge, top to bottom. It's perfect every time. Now I'm mad at myself that I put up with crap toasters my whole life. But I'm going to tell you that finding a lot of products made in America, well, I still haven't gotten a computer printer for that very reason. I can do without, you can't do without, and you really don't care where it's made. Well, actually, most of our toilet paper is made in America, so you're okay there. Actually, my, let's see, he would be a cousin, works in the Kimberly-Clark toilet paper factory in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's the name of the toaster? I'll go get it for you. But honestly, it's the best freaking toaster I've ever had. It's a Krups, K-R-U-P-S. And I only bought, I think they have different models. I only bought the 2-slice one. It's a Krups, and it's pretty too. It looks good, and it works good. So you can't beat that. I don't keep it on the counter, but looks pretty when I get it out. Yeah, toilet paper would be hard to do without. There was somebody on Twitter today asking, would you go live in a cabin in the woods and you wouldn't have TV, electricity, or internet for 30 days, but at the end, you get a check for $100,000. You'll love it, Kathy. Would you do it? And I was like, absolutely. I would so do that. It would be hard. The first couple days, I think, would be really painful. You know, when you couldn't check Twitter or whatever you do on the internet. But after that first, say, day or two, I would be out drawing, I would be hiking, I would be reading books. I would spend the month reminding myself how utterly awesome nature is. I think that's easy for us to forget. I think it a lot because I live here at the lake and there's so much nature around you. I'm not in a neighborhood as such, even though there are houses around. There's a lot of wildlife and stuff. So, yeah, I could do it. Is there flushing toilets? That was not in the description, B, so even if there wasn't flushing toilets for 30 days, you could deal. Yeah, I'd have a ton of books and art supplies. They didn't put any restrictions on what you would have or couldn't have or whatever. So if I could pack my own toilet paper and my own books and art supplies, I would be on it in a minute. And even if one of the requirements was that you were totally alone, like you couldn't go with somebody, I'd like to go with somebody, but even if I couldn't, I don't think it hurts you to be 30 days alone. Hate to burst your American bubble, but Krups is made in Germany and assembled. Well, see, Rachel, that was part of the problem. Is, and I just mentioned it, try and find products completely manufactured and made in America. It's virtually impossible. So what I had to do for the toaster, because I can't live without a toaster, was I had to reduce the requirements. You could do the alone thing. I think I could too. Can't. I would if there was a flushing toilet. I would color all day. See, I think we could do it. All right, so I'm going to do December red. You could do December green, but I'm doing December red. So those are 2 orange reds. I'm going to use the Neo Color 2s because I just like the way it does. So it's going to be ruby red or scarlet red, and I think of the 2 I like scarlet a little better. They're so close. You could live off grid. I'm not sure. Completely now at this age, I think it would be harder to go completely off grid. But I wouldn't mind trying it for a month, right? Okay, where did I put the... Okay, I put them away. Can you believe that? Opening a new baby wipes. I think this one closes tighter than that last one I had, I hope. Okay, now what one company you work for, you made everything in Alabama, but because the one red ribbon we used to tie a bow, we had to put a sticker. Really, Teresa? See, we did too, Dee Dee. We drove to Alaska when it was still a dirt road from, what was it, Whitehorse, Alberta, all the way up. 1,200 miles of dirt road. We did. Hub wants to retire off grid. That would take some serious convincing on my part. Robert and I did do the RV thing for about 10, 12 years. Which we were not off grid. We were just living in camping areas. I'm going to tell you, after about 12 years of that, I got really tired of it because all those old people, which I guess we qualified, they need to get hobbies because they tended to make the other people in the campground their entertainment, and that got old really quick. Like, always somebody at your door. So, just saying. The Alcan Highway, yep. You know what I found, Dee Dee? My mom had the book, the milepost. Did you get a milepost when you went? I found my mom's milepost book that we used when we were going to Alaska, and she had written notes in it about what we'd done, Layered Hot Springs, we'd stayed there, we hung a sign with our family on it, and just, I don't know. It was really fun. Yeah, see, the constant people, yeah, I couldn't take it anymore, so that's why we don't do it anymore. I like the idea of going different places, but we were going to South Padre, the same place every year, which I love South Padre, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful beach, but yeah, I just felt like I was the entire world's entertainment, and I'm not okay with that. I'm okay being entertainment for you on Monday. Hi, Nanamo. You kept a log? Yeah, see, Mom did too, and she kept it right in the book, so it was very cool. I think I gave it to my brother, along with all the Alaska pictures. And before when my mom and dad and, of course, our whole family drove to Alaska, it took, like, I don't know, 2 weeks. Because we were camping along the way, and we weren't going more than 100 miles a day. Before we realized that you had to tape your windows in the camper, the first night we stopped, after we'd been on the road all day, on dirt road all day, we opened that trailer door, and everything in there, clothes, everything that was out, covered in dust, just a layer of dust. My poor mother was practically in tears. But after that, my dad got out and taped the windows every morning, and we didn't have that crap going on again. But yeah, 100 miles a day was a good day on the Alcan. And there was no real services, you know, like gas stations once in a blue moon. There was like no stopping and getting snacks or food on the way. And that had to be, let's see, I was about 14, 15. So that would have been about let me think, about 1970. Yeah. That we went up there. And the reason we went was my sister married a guy the previous summer, and he was in the military, and he was stationed in Anchorage. And I think it was the first winter, my poor sister, with that constant dark, called my dad, absolutely bawling. She was pregnant. She got pregnant right away when they got married. She was pregnant, and that dark night and day absolutely sent her over the edge. She called my dad crying, I want to come home, I want to come home, I hate it here, blah, blah, blah. My dad said, hang on till summer, we'll come up. So that was how we ended up in Alaska, because my sister called my dad just sobbing that she was homesick and wanted to leave, and so Dad said, okay, no worries, we're coming up. So we all got to go to Alaska. 1983. Yeah, they maybe had more services then, but when we went there, oh my gosh, unless you were in a town or a city, there were no services. Like if you saw a gas station, you stopped and filled up because you didn't know when your next one was. And there was no fast food or anything like that. We had to stay over a couple places for a day or two so my dad could get tires repaired, because we were changing tires constantly. My brother would have to get out and change the tire, him and Dad. But it's a trip I remember for sure. My dad took us on some really good trips. Something you never forget for sure. I remember sitting out at Mount McKinley, on the 4th of July that year, and it was midnight, and it was barely dusk. So, but we went all over Alaska. It was a good trip. We caught clams. Yeah, it was just yeah, you camped out. See, we did too, only we were dragging our trailer along with us. I don't remember which one we had then, if it was the Scotty or the Prowler. So we just carried our house with us. And then wherever we could find a place to park is where we slept. And ate. Poor Mom, she had to cook us all our meals, fix sandwiches for the next day. I didn't give my parents near enough credit, the things they did for us. I thought we were being punished and poor, but we weren't. This really doesn't have to be neat because you're going to smear it around with that baby wipe I got out. You haven't done December yet? Well, get on it, Kathleen. And I think what I'm going to do for December, I'm not going to keep doing the stickers. I think what I'm going to do is just pick a Christmas item. In fact, here in a little while, I'll have you guys help me put together a list, and I'll write it down. So you guys can give me a daily assignment for what I have to draw. Because I'm going to try and keep drawing every day, because I enjoy that, and it's good discipline. But yeah, I thought I'd do like just things that are Christmas-like, whether it's Santa's elf, a Christmas stocking. So be thinking about Christmas items, and I'll probably do watercolor because I like the way the watercolor works in the book. And plus I have so much that I need to use. And if this gets a little messy, believe it or not, Rachel, doesn't bother me. Now, if I went way out of the lines, that would bother me, but I don't do that. But I have ways to repair it too, so. Okay, let me get some paper. Icicles. Icicles will be fun. All right, as you guys holler out ideas, I'll write them down. What did I do with my cool pen? All right, got it. Icicles is on the list. I think Kathy Arbor actually painted some icicles once. Maybe I did it with her. I really hated missing Kathy Arbor last week, but the kids were here and I didn't think it was right to watch streams. Well, actually, Tuesday we were over at my brother's. I foolishly just figured out a good-looking guy tied up with a red bow. Do you want him in a Speedo? Gingerbread. That'll be fun. Christmas pudding. Can't say man anymore. Yep, that's right. Don't do that. I'm sure something bad will happen. YouTube will ban me or something if you use gender. Because we've lost our collective freaking minds. I did read, though, did you guys read that Jack resigned from Twitter? Draw the cute tiny hats. Okay. That'll be fun because have you guys ever drawn knitting? Antique tin. I like that. Mince pies. You guys are going to have me drawing food? Holly with berries. That's always a good one, CB. Mistletoe. Tree ornament. You guys are getting a lot of good ideas. What did Dee Dee say? She will draw a gingerbread man in a Speedo. There you go, Dee Dee. I'm on it. Actually, down in Texas, Sorry if you guys, if I was off camera. I forget that I have to pay attention. For Christmas, it's not uncommon to see Santa in a Speedo for Christmas down there because it's warm, right? Write mine down. Okay, so I have to go back and make sure. Gingerbread man in a Speedo. You're going to be so sorry you asked for that, Dee Dee. Snow globe, that's a good one. Santa. I will actually do a Santa. And when I said I was thinking about doing a dress-up watercolor, what I meant was a couple years ago, I did a Santa Claus in watercolor for Christmas, and it came out really good. So now, and it was, you know, like a big painting on arches, and so now that's what I call dress-up watercolor. Sometimes I just do pretend, not dress up, but I will do a dress-up painting. Last year I did a truck with Christmas tree presents and stuff, and it came out okay, but not like Santa. That Santa came out really good. I was proud of myself. It was really the first watercolor that I think I was actually proud of. I'll try and find it. I should have a place where I put my stuff. Well, that's what the box was going to be. Now I've got you guys talking about Speedos. Nutcracker ballerinas. That's actually a challenge. Robert in a Speedo. I could actually give you a picture of that, Rachel. I think I have one of those. Robert didn't have the good sense not to wear a Speedo before he met me. But don't worry, we got him fixed right up on that craziness. Elves in Speedo. Somebody needs to say elves, because I actually looked up yesterday pictures of elves to choose from. I didn't find one I really liked, but I will either have to make up my own or find one that I think is worthy. But I have to say, Robert, as a young guy in a Speedo, was not bad to look at. I will give him that. I don't blame him, because I'll bet he was a chick magnet. As an old guy, it looks ridiculous. He must look cute in long pants and a windbreaker. His overalls, Rachel. I make him wear his overalls. No, I will say, Robert dresses, when he has to dress up, Robert dresses better. A sleigh with a kid. An angel. You guys are giving me a lot of really good ideas. Probably one of the things I will draw is some vintage Christmas candy and a stocking. I'm going to write that down. Because I have to have a few easy ones on for days when I'm just either don't have that much time or just I'm not in the mood. Know what I mean? Alright, we're almost done putting the color down. Now, normally this part happens when I'm sitting on the couch watching some smut that I've chosen to watch on any given night. The smuttier, the better. Dee Dee, I forgot to watch Survivor last week, too. So you need to remind me, please. Because I can't remember what day of the damn week it is. A turkey and Speedos. Candy canes. Candy cane is a good one. With bows. I like that one that Dee Dee showed when she was going through that stuff that she got from Jonna. She had a great big candy cane, and I really liked it because it had good shadows and a great big bow on it. It looked very festive, and I thought, well, she needs to keep that out. But she piled all that crap back in that envelope or whatever she's keeping, and it was just like, oh, be more like Denise. I did like the way Denise has organized her stuff, Dee Dee. I have to say, that girl is on it. She has really done good getting those little containers and getting them all labeled and stuff. I was just like, ah, I love that girl. I like the S&H green stamps too. They were very cool. And I did not hyperventilate, but yeah. Old-fashioned toys. We don't say old-fashioned. We say vintage. It sounds so much better. Guess who got booted, Janet? I think you told me, Dee Dee. I think we talked. It was the one I was happy. You told me. I can't think of her name. The one with the round glasses, right? Wore the rainbow shorts, underwear, men's underwear. Dee Dee, I don't know. It was, the kids were here. I think I was beating Courtney's butt at either Shanghai Rummy or Monopoly. I don't think she likes playing games with me. We did have fun, though, playing Shanghai Rummy. Has anybody ever played that? It's a card game called Shanghai Rummy. Oh, okay, so who was it this week? That's right, I haven't talked to you since the kids were here. Oh, who was it? You're good, Rebecca. You play Liverpool, Jen? Is that the same sort of thing where you try and screw over your neighbor? Shanghai Rummy is really fun. I'll get out the rules and explain it to you guys if you want to know. If you have a group of 3 or more, actually, the more people you have, the more fun it is. Hey, Uncle Dan. Adults are nervous playing Monopoly with you. I kicked her butt so bad. It just so happened that I ended up with Boardwalk and Park Avenue in both games. And it's, whoever gets those 2 is going to win the game. Especially if you can own the utilities too. You don't even have to finish playing. Shan. Oh, I can't think. Oh, the guy. I know which one you're talking about. He deserved to go, though. If it's the one I'm thinking of. The double crosser. Keeping secrets. That's the end of the game. Yeah, that is the end of the game. If you get Boardwalk and Park Place, yeah, you just won the game. And I try not to be a butthead about it, but boy, is it hard. It's really, really hard. Okay. Now just take your baby wipe and spread the Neo color around. The first, I think, month or two, I was coloring this in with Prismacolor. Shan the girl. Okay, I can't think of her right now, but I'll find out. And the Prismacolor was taking forever, and I thought, well, that's just not going to work. I can't do that. And then I thought of the Neo color, and what a perfect application for the Neo color. If you just want a band of color, the Neo colors work great. You could do this with, actually, I think maybe the first ones I did with Inktense blocks. But any water-soluble product would work well for this. I can't imagine you not being a butthead, but thinking really hard. Nope. Yeah, it was hard for me to be a gracious winner. If she was a little girl, I probably would not be as big a butthead, but she's 16. She can take it. She needs to learn to take it because she doesn't have brothers, and that's in my world, not having brothers to keep you humble is not a good thing. You need brothers to keep you humble. And so that I don't goof up the lines too bad, this is how I do the middle ones. I do the bottom part and then I go back and do the top. But it's just like smearing paint really easy. See how quick it happens? And then you've got a whole month of stuff to play in that looks cool. Don't spike the Monopoly. No, I don't do that, Dan. Because I'd be the one picking it up. But have you ever seen the birthday dance? I might go around the house doing the birthday dance for an hour or so afterwards. That might happen. But I didn't. Maybe the first night I won at Shanghai Rummy. But the second night I didn't win at Shanghai Rummy. Jill did. She caught on to it pretty quick. Oh, B, this is a great way to do backgrounds. Use any of your water-soluble products. I like the Neo 2s because you can do a large area pretty darn quickly. But I would do this even with like colored pencils. Just get the color down there and smear it around and it works awesome. Plus another thing it does is because Neo Color 2s can be kind of waxy, it eliminates the wax. So if you want to write on it or whatever, this eliminates that kind of wax film on it if you get it pretty well dissolved. So, and you don't, because I'm not ever working on top of it, I don't ever worry about whether or not it's permanent. But if you get it fairly well dissolved, yeah, it's going to be permanent as well. Just have to be mindful to get it really well spread out. But it makes for, you know, consistent color all the way across the page. So, yep, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And if your baby wipe starts getting dry, just give it a spritz, which I'm going to have to do here in a minute. Or get another one, whichever. This one's still fine though. You tried it with a wet wipe and it's working good? Awesome. Yeah, and when it starts getting a little bit dry, I just spray it with a little bit of water, and you can kind of control that. Do you see the marks of the crayon? No, I do not. No, you can't see the marks. And the baby wipes are just about, like I got this one a little wet now when I sprayed it, but the baby wipes are just about the perfect wetness. And I kind of control it by putting my edge right on the edge of the baby wipes so I can get along that line really nicely. But this really, it does not take long at all. And I just made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. When I get the checkerboard on, you'll never ever notice that. I have a picture. I'm just about ready to do the background. Try it. Yeah, do. For big areas, this is like awesome. Either this or like Dee Dee does it with the watered down acrylic. You know, unless you're going to spend a bunch of time. I have a journal cover I need to finish this afternoon too. But I get pizza for dinner, so I'll have plenty of time. And I don't care if I'm getting real close into the spine there. I'll go back with the water brush and the Neo 2 and fill in there if I don't get in close enough, and it's fine. Pizza for dinner, yum yum. Oh, I did do the hats. Is Dee Dee leaving? Here's what the little hats look like, Uncle Dan. They're very, very cute. Very, very cute. Just the size to fit your toe, or Judy's toe, as the case may be. She's going to make them for all her little toes. And depending on how big you cut the toilet paper roll, you can make them, you know, as small as you want, I guess. I just like the one little bit smaller than the big ones. And I am refolding the baby wipe, using the front and the back and getting a clean spot occasionally so I get rid of some of that wax buildup. And if it feels dry, I just either give it some water out of the water brush or give it a spray. Works out just right. I usually don't have a spray bottle on the couch, so I just squeeze some water out of a water brush. And that's just about the perfect amount of water. I got a scoot. Thanks for coming, Rebecca. Go have a great afternoon. So I've showed you guys how to do a bunch of stuff today. You can cut your own lettering guides. You can make little Christmas hats. You can do a cover for your outlets. Now I know why you guys come, because you leave here way smarter than when you came. That's not always the case. Sometimes I'm pretty sure you're probably dumber. But today, you got lucky. You're leaving smarter than you came. So that's a good thing. All right, just a couple more days. You come here for the free mental health screening? Well, Dan, I've been thinking about starting charging for that. Giving all this crap away for free, I'm just not sure that it's the American way. Nah, I like giving stuff away free. Probably being a little bit messy today because I'm working on speed than I would normally be if I was working alone. I'm just being honest here. If I'm here alone, I'll take my total time. And on some of the pages, if it gets too light, like when I change the baby wipe, I'll come back and fill in if I feel like I need to. Most of the time, I just don't care, honestly. Because you got to remember that each of these pages is just a day. Because tomorrow you get a new day. Does it go through the page? No. You mean this Neocolor 2 is, no, it's not going through the page. It's sitting on top of it. Some places where when I just added water and the baby wipes a little bit wetter, it does crinkle the page a little bit, but no, nothing goes through. There's some products that will, but I just try not to use them too heavily. The only problem with this paper, it's kind of like the Safe Space or whatever paper Dee Dee talks about in the color books. You have to be careful how much water you add to it before the paper starts pilling and disintegrating a little bit. So that's the only thing I would caution, is just be careful how much water you get on it. It's not a paper that's designed for lots and lots of water. I think she said she's wearing a Speedo. What? Is this watercolor pencil? Julie, this is a Neocolor 2. This is Caran d'Ache. Caran d'Ache makes the Neocolors, but lots of companies make them. But I'm going to be real honest here. I have a couple of different brands. The only one I would recommend wholeheartedly is the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2. But I would use anything. I have also Inktense blocks or Inktense pencils, either one. They would work just as well. So just use what you've got. There's lots of products out there that you can, color down and then dissolve. But for this application, the Neo 2s are absolutely perfect. Just perfect. You're very careful with water. Yeah, you have to be. You know, unless it's a paper that's designed to absorb and disperse water. This is just wood pulp, cellulose. It's just not designed for absorbing and dispersing water after it's dry. Now, when you're in the manufacturing process, it's nothing but water. It's just absolutely wet and chemicals. But after it dries and lays out on a screen or is pressed on a screen, yeah, it's just not going to take much water. Now, if you add it in little bits at a time, you can get away with it. More so, you just can't flood it with water. You know, it's like money is made of linen. And linen will stand up to about as much moisture as you want to put on it. This would be great. We use some. Oh, the water-soluble oil pastels would be great. The only thing about them is if you can dissolve all the binder, that's awesome. Because then you can work on top of it with virtually any product. But oil pastels, it depends on what binder is used in the product, to be honest. These are wax, and when you're done dissolving them, that waxiness is completely gone. I could write on this with any ballpoint pen or anything. Okay, the only other place that I use that color is in the beginning of the book when I showed you the month at a glance. I do use the same color for the month up here as I did in the book. Just because I'm very cool that way. I just think these Neocolor 2s are so versatile. Love them. They're pricey though. That's one thing I will say for them. The Neocolor 2s are a wee bit pricey. And you can't, well, you can buy them individually, but you have to go to an art store. You don't work on top of them? Okay. That would be the only thing I would caution. All right, let me see if that message is important real quick. Any of your water-soluble products would be awesome for this technique. Okay, then when I get to this part, I would probably fill in the days of the month and birthdays next, but I'm not going to do that right now because that's boring and you guys don't need to do that. Okay. Not important. I'll go ahead and stamp out. I have a bunch of journaling stamps. So I just use them. And next year I'm going to use different fonts. So this will be the last month I use these, I think. So I do the numbers first. So, and you can tell I've used them a lot. Even though I washed them, they're stained now. So, what are you going to do? Start with 1. Put it on the edge of your acrylic block. Where's the stamp pad? And I always use black. I mean, I suppose I could use other colors. I just don't. And then just go through and do all the dates. And after you get going, it goes really fast. He didn't buy a microwave, but he bought all the Neo2s. Good for Hubs. Okay, he does have his priorities. You can keep him, B. Don't throw his butt out. He's a good one. Keep him. There is another product, I can't think of who makes it right now, that is much like Caran d'Ache and quite a bit less expensive. Oh, the Lyra. I don't really worry about the spacing so much. I just have to fit a 0 in there in a minute. And he thought of it by himself. Damn, Sam. It's not just another pretty face, is he? And this way you get to use all your cool stuff. See, I get to use stamps, ink, rulers. There's just no downside to this. Can anybody think of a downside other than the time, which I got nothing but time? Oops, this will be a 3. You would have screwed up the dates. After you do it a couple of times, you don't screw them up. I don't know why. Your brain just knows how to skip from page to page and when to stop. And the thing is, if you goof up, cross it out and put a new date. Who cares? And I work forwards and backwards. Try and get it done quicker. And I do that whether you guys are here or not. Now I'll probably get out my Christmas stamps here in a minute and do just some Christmas stampage. You could just as easily write these dates in. I think when my original Beast, I wrote the dates in. I don't think I got the stamps out, but then I thought, well, hell, you bought all those stamps, you might as well use them. So that's what I started doing. All the dates are in. What did it? That's a nice puppy. I bought candy corns online for my wife. You're a good egg, Dan. I don't care what anybody says. I am not a huge fan of candy corn. I will say that. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. There's so much other stuff I'd rather have than candy corn, like Reese's peanut butters. Now that is a good candy. Okay. The next thing is the month. So we'll get December out. It goes fast, fast, fast. Now, okay, I just ran into it. When you're stamping and you're working on this side of the page, you might have to put something under it because the spine starts jacking with your stampage. So I'll give it something to stamp against. I can't believe we're in December already, you guys. Where did 2021 go? Where the heck did it go? How did we get here so fast? And it's going to be tax time before you know it. Shoot. Did I appreciate August as much as I should have? That's the thing I always think is, do you remember anything that happened in the entire month of August? No, because it was just like every other day. Oops, I forgot to do the extra one. All right, I'll have to remember that. Why didn't you guys scream at me? You forgot the extra one on 11. But we can fix it. Easy peasy. Thank you, Shabby Shack Jude. Now you are there. You have my birthday marked. I do have your birthday in there, Dorothy. Which day is it? I have to say I don't have it in my memory, so. It must be coming up soon because you ordered food and stuff for it. I still have not ordered my birthday present, you guys. So I have presents coming. And tomorrow's the last day of my birthday month. Oh, how horrible is that? I need to probably extend it to the 14th. The 30th, tomorrow. What are you getting? You know, I'm not really sure, B. I want that Birds and Bees sticker book that Dee Dee got. And it's in my Amazon cart. So I want that. I just haven't ordered it yet. There's a couple things in my Amazon cart. I just haven't hit the buy button yet. I didn't want to be getting a whole bunch of new junk right before the kids came that I couldn't play with. So I just thought, just make yourself wait. By then, you'll find more stuff that you want. And then the last thing I do with stamps is tidy these up. Make sure I haven't dropped anything out. I have these cool stamps in like old typewriter, and I write down the day of the week. And as you get older, You need the day of the week written down because you can't remember. All right, so the first is, no, I don't have it right there. See, I normally have that whole month done. So the first Sunday is the 5th. So then the next one should be the 12th. I think I'll double check just so I don't beef up and if I get that done right. 12th. 19th. I got that a little crooked. That doesn't bother me. 26th. All right. I do like the old typewriter type. And I suppose I could have multiple blocks out here and be doing multiple things at once. That's when I would screw up. It's easier for me just to flip through the pages and do it this way. Because I would definitely be screwing up. If I had like stamps on multiple blocks, yeah, that would not work out well. So this isn't too much work, right? Would any of you do this much stuff for your beast? I would, obviously. When you can buy a pre-printed calendar. All right. Let's see. The last day of the month is what day? These are the things you have to look up. Is a Friday. Okay. I really hope Jen starts streaming again. That would be so much fun. I've been thinking about that ever since she said that. And I got a message from Jennifer. A lot of you guys may not remember Jennifer. I can't remember what her old Ustream name was. Jenniferky or something. I don't remember. But anyway, she's thinking about streaming a game. If my name was Janet, I would do it in my beast. Okay, well, good for you, Rachel. Yeah, but I would love to get to go to a Jen stream and a Jennifer stream. So maybe some of those old timers are going to come back. They miss us. They want to be like us. Jen streams used to be so fun, and they were always in the evening, which I like evening streams because I don't always like just sitting watching TV or something, and I'm not inclined to clean or do things in the evening. You know, evenings are generally to sit around, relax, whatever. But yeah, I like evening streams, and Jen was one of the few that did it. So that would be fun. All right, we only got Saturday left. McCracken, yes, CB, thank you. Jennifer McCracken. She's gotten big time into cross stitch. And I don't know if she's going to do cross stitch or if she's going to go back and try some art again. Crack Minis. There you go. You could, yeah, you guys remember. Crack Minis. There you go. Because she had done miniatures for years and years. So, yeah. She messaged me asking about a camera. So, I really hope we see her again. That would be awesomely fun. She has the best accent. She lives in Kentucky, I think. Yeah, she has the best accent. And I've lost the 3 on that numbering system. Vacuum cleaner, I'm sure, ate it. Okay, and then the only other thing is I have I bought a set that had holidays on it, which was a dumb thing. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So since I have it, I use it. But yeah, don't let yourself get talked into stuff like that. So there's New Year's Eve. And then the other one's going to be in this one. Cinco de Mayo, Martin Luther King, Tax Day, Veterans Day, where's Christmas? Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. A lot of holidays this month to use. '24th. It'll be a quiet Christmas around here this year because the kids came for Thanksgiving. So probably it'll be just me and Robert doing the same thing we do all the time, which is nothing. Oops, need something under there or it's not going to stamp well. All right, I got to fix the 11. And I think I'm done with the stampage. You guys thought I was going to forget that 11, didn't you? How come, or was it 21? Which one did I forget, you dopes? Or did I already do it and forgot? Janet and Robert swinging nude from the chandelier. There you go. I already had done the 11. What the hell? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I go back and finish that? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I already did it. Thanks, Rachel. What a pal you are. Hey, dumbass, you forgot the 11. All right. So there, the beast is set up. Now, in the evenings when I'm not doing anything, painting or drawing or whatever else I might be doing. Oh, look at my hands. I don't have the pen that I use here, but I'll just use some pen. Let's see how. Oh, that's too big a nib. That's a brush. We'll see if this 3 all right, because I usually use about a number 3 nib pen. I'll start at the back. It doesn't matter to me if I start at the back or the front, but I use the lettering guide, and I think this is the 3/16 inch. Yeah. This lettering guide, the second one down, is 3/16, and oddly enough, I didn't plan it this way, but it fits right there. So I just put the lettering guide down, and all you have to do is color between there really quick. So it's not like you even have to really pay attention. and pretty soon you have a really cool black and white border. Now, if I wasn't worried about the page getting an alligator mouth, the easiest way to make checkerboards, if you don't mind using sticker paper, is just do columns of color and then cut it the width you want. And you'll end up with stickers of checkerboard really, really fast. You have to write Dorothy on the 30th of November. Okay. All right, Dorothy. God. Freaking nag. All right. So we will go back at the beginning. November 30th. I have a great grandson that has a birthday that day. Dylan. Oops. And Dorothy. All right. Are you happy, Dorothy? You're in there forever. So happy birthday tomorrow, Dorothy. Hope you have an awesome day. And I have this piece of plastic that I put through kind of as a writing table. So there you go. All right. And we'll use our little circle thing. We'll draw a balloon, because this is one of the other things I'll do is I go ahead and draw a balloon on each day that has a birthday that I want to acknowledge. So Dorothy, you're in there. December. Oh my God, Dorothy. What are you ordering food and crap then for now? You got weeks. All right, we're going to move Dorothy to December. But now you'll see how easy it is to make corrections. Because if you'll notice, there isn't, I'm pretty sure there isn't anything scratched out. I will scratch it out up here at the front. No, I'll white it out. And then the pen decides not to work. Come on, pen. This is a brand new pen. This piece of crap should better work. This came in that, this is the white that came in that Pagos. Well, I shouldn't be surprised it's not going to work. Go back to the tried and true jelly roll. Oh, I can't believe you made me do all this. So I take back the happy birthday, Dorothy. I thought you were really talking about tomorrow. I'll tell you happy birthday later. We got Dorothy. Now, in the back of the book, I keep some extra paper. You'll see how I make corrections, because this is exactly how anal I am. And it won't surprise many of you that I am this anal. Just cut out 4 high. Look at that. DIY correction tape. All right, where's a piece of throwaway paper? Look at that. Just like it never happened. Yep, just paste right over that. That's how you get rid of that. And then quickly, I only got 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll pull out my Christmas stamp so you guys can take a look at them, because I decided I am going to use some Christmas stamps this year in addition to drawing. So let me just grab them real quick. There's a couple of drawers of them. Oh, there's more than a couple of drawers. All right, here's a drawer of Christmas stampage to choose from. I really like that one, the snowmans. They're really cute, right? I love them. We're definitely going to stampage that. And then I got mini snowman, every kind of snowman. I guess my mom and I like snowman. This one's little and cute. Here's one that's just a little face. There's a reindeer. This one I know was my mother's, because I would never put tape on there like that, ever. A little reindeer. Ooh, here's a whole row of snowmen. I like that one too. Snowman family, reindeer. This is my favorite reindeer. There's another snowman. Another snowman. Holy crap. Girl, you got a lot of snowmen. And this one is a Mary Engelbreit stamp. One of my very favorite stamps ever. Little elf face. That one I should try. I may try and draw that one. Yeah, because that's really one of my favorite. Okay, have to go back to replay to find the measurements for the hats. Rachel, it's right at the beginning. Top right. Top right, top right. Which one? This one? Is that what you're talking about? And then all these elves. This was a whole series of elves. From That's All She Stamped. John Troy was the artist. Yeah. But I loved all of these. Look at the elf face reflecting in the ornament. I love that. Here's an elf dancing with Raggedy Ann. Love that. Here's an elf wrapped up in ribbon, making a bow. I love these stamps. Elf gonna get dumped on by a bunch of peppermints. And then elf in a wreath. So those I definitely probably will use. You like this stamp? The snowman with the Charlie Brown Christmas tree and presents. All right, CB, 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 CB. Lord help her if she had a scratch out in the beast. CB? You like this one? You do what? My niece tells my sister it looks like a snowman threw up snowmen everywhere in their house. Yeah, that's a very cute stamp. I'm pretty sure that was one of Mother's. Okay, that's one drawer. So this is obviously elves and snowmen. What? I'm doing the same thing, CB. I'm not following the conversation. Help me out here, dude. Okay, this is Disney Mickey Mouse. I have a lot of Mickey Mouse, but a lot of these I collected when the kids were young. So, yeah, so there's a lot of Mickey Mouse, little tiny Mickey Mouse stampage, which I love these so much. Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, Donald. Daisy. I use this stamp a ton. North Pole. Postage cancellation on envelopes. I believe in Santa Claus. That's another one of my mother's. This one, I love this stamp. I haven't had this one too long. Santa's face. But the cellophane sticker got a wrinkle, so I hate that. You like that one? Yeah, Mary Engelbright. I love Mary Engelbright stamps, so I can't. Was this one? Rubber Stampede? No. But I like that one. And all the Santas. Ho, ho, ho. Little tiny baby Santas. Santa hats. Now, I've used this one a lot, too. Santa hats. A little tiny teddy bear with a Santa hat on. This one I love. Check out this one. That's a very cool Santa face. I will definitely be using that one too. These were Mary Engelbright. This Santa face and that Believe. I'm pretty sure that, maybe not this one, but that one definitely is Mary Engelbright. Used to have a friend with Alice in Wonderland stamps. Well, find that friend and tell him that you have somebody who collects stamps and needs them. Let's see what else we've got. So I have a bunch of them, so I need to use them, right? Those are probably my favorites. This one's Christmas trees, and that one's gingerbread. I won't get that one out. And then this one, I like this one too. Oops, bumped the table. This is Merry Christmas Sentiments. A to from, Happy Holidays, Christmas tree. This is a Mary Engelbright that I love. I use this one a ton. This one works really well with Gold Emboss. I did use that one a bunch. Here's a little Christmas light. I use this one a ton on envelopes too. And made a string of lights going all over the place. Happy Holidays, Peace on Earth. And then Christmas trees, Merry Christmas, that's Mary Engelbright. I like the M&M Christmas tree. There, you guys can see it there. I like this one too, because you could just stamp it in green and then color in the red balls. And here's the Scandinavian Christmas tree. I like it. I'll use this one, I'm sure, this year. Come on, focus, you freak. Maybe it's not going to. No, ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Little baby Christmas trees. Christmas tree, because you can never have too much. I use this garland one a ton back when I did Christmas cards. And a faux postage stamp. Bye, Joan. How many drawers of stamps? In that cabinet, CB, there's 39 drawers. But then the stamps are all over the wall, too. So, and this, like, see this drawer? It's not full. Most of them are full to the brim. And then this is just like holly bell, or Christmas bells. There's some, I don't know if that looks actually like mistletoe rather than holly. Yeah, I think that's mistletoe. There's holly. Lights, I did these little tiny lights a lot. Candy canes, Christmas stockings, snowflakes, snow penguin. These I got at, I think, Target after Christmas for $1 each. There's Santa, and they do stamp really well. Old-fashioned ornaments, snowflakes, and then stylized Christmas. And I know I got these for $1 each. So I got plenty to pick from. I do like the stockings. I will be drawing stockings for sure. And candy canes. And there's a little tiny poinsettia. So I have tons of stuff to play with, you guys. You don't have to feel sorry for me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Not some more Mary Englebrights. Peace on earth. So I have tons of stuff. You think this was a poinsettia? Do they have the little berries in the middle? Because, yeah, you know what? You're probably right, Kathy Arbor, because mistletoe has a rounded leaf edge. It doesn't come to a point. So I think you're right. I should better write that down so I don't embarrass myself on stream again, huh? But I think you're right, because they would have a different leaf. She's so damn smart, that girl, that Kathy Arbor girl. She's like mega smart. I didn't think, the thing that made me think that was the little berries in the center, because mistletoe has the berries. Everybody needs that cabinet, CB. This is the best cabinet. When I saw it in Robert's garage, I was like, boom, that is mine. Of course, I didn't know I'd have to keep him 20 years to get it, but... And then the rest, let's see. The other Christmas one is just like borders and stuff like that. I did have fun with this toy shop one. I really enjoyed that. But the rest of them, there's like gingerbread houses, lamppost. Yeah, just Christmas theme, but mostly for envelopes or gift tags. Here's gingerbread men. A lot of those must be my mother's, because I wouldn't have bought those, I don't think. Pretty sure. So those are all the Christmas ones, but that's only the mounted ones. The unmounted ones are someplace else. So, just saying. But I don't buy Christmas stamps anymore. I really don't. So there's all the stamps that you'll be seeing in the Beast. And they have, these drawers have, oh, well, I can't show you guys, but there's little labels on the front that you can slide the names in and out. So, yeah. All right, you guys. It's about time. It's about place. I will finish those lettering guides and send off to you guys. And if you missed the beginning of the stream, the first thing I did was make a little hat, so you can make little hat garlands. So go do that. And what else? Oh, the light cover. So if you have kids and you want to protect your light sockets, baby wipe covers are designed to do that. Just saying. All right, you guys, go have fun. Get yourself a beast. Be creative. Be kind. This season is hard for a lot of people, so I'll try really hard not to lose my patience. But yeah, I always remember this is a hard season for some people, so be extra kind. All right. Love you guys. I will see you later. Bye.